All right, Shaun, we are back. And Jameis Winston just threw for 395 yards, 2 touchdowns, no turnovers, but somehow the Browns only scored 14 points in this game against the New Orleans Saints. But we're going to show both of the touchdowns in this contest, and we start with the fourth longest, or tied for fourth longest touchdown pass in the history of the franchise. I know Jerry Jeudy does a lot of the dirty work afterwards in terms of rack yardage, Shaun, but Jameis in the pocket, keeping his eyes upfield under pressure, I think he does deserve a little more credit than people are giving him, considering the outcome of the play, but the ball was on the money.
I want to be very clear and measured when I say what I'm about to say. The Browns have a lot of problems. I don't think quarterback is one of them because of Jameis. These next few clips are going to demonstrate, some of the things he's doing that kind of get overlooked because the ultimate result is a loss versus the Saints. So we can roll from here. You hear me talk about rhythm, throwing the ball with anticipation. Most importantly, being calm when it's chaotic. As he steps up in the pocket, it's not a panicked step up. It's very measured. It's understanding that the crossing route is coming. He keeps his eyes downfield and throws a dime. This is a touchdown because of the ball location. Great job by Jameis. He feels a little pressure, steps up, eyes downfield. Watch the ball location. Right where Jeudy can catch it and get vertical. I mean, he's putting some really, really good stuff on tape. I know people are going to be like, well, I want to see the rest of the year. Okay, that's fine. We'll watch the rest of the year. But I'm telling you, he's playing at a high level right now. And I guarantee you, he's better than half the other 32 quarterbacks that are starting right now. So these next few clips, you're just going to see Jameis is playing some really, really good football.
You see a long touchdown, and obviously that looks great in the stat book, 88 yards. But some of his more impressive throws, Shaun, were just some 10, 11-yard completions. This one to Elijah Moore. I like the route design. I like the play concept, but none of that matters if you don't deliver a perfectly thrown ball. And on this play, Jameis does exactly that.
Yeah, I talked about it. I mentioned it in the first clip. Now we're in the second clip. We can go ahead and roll it. I just want you to see how calm Jameis is in the pocket. Watch how big, tall, strong, on balance he is. And boom, puts a dart right there on Elijah Moore. Great route concept by whether it's Ken Dorsey calling it, whoever. Great route concept here, but just watch how calm Jameis is in the pocket. Old school vet. Remember people talk about how the game slows down. The one thing I hope Cleveland fans get from this cut-ups, it slowed down for Jameis. Like, no matter what's happening around him, he's seeing it really clearly. I'm really excited about where this offense could potentially go if they get better around Jameis. And we got a couple more clips after this, but look at that ball location, threw it with anticipation. I'm really, really excited about what Jameis is doing.
2-minute drills are where a lot of games are won and lost. This was the 2-minute drill to end the first half here. Shaun, Browns pinned back on their own 13-yard line, but it didn't last long because Jameis found Jerry Jeudy for a 23-yard gain. I'm not sure if this was a pre-snap recognition from Jameis or he just knows he has a rocket attached to his right shoulder and can fit it through any window. But the mental process of Jameis figuring out that there's going to be a window in the first place is pretty darn impressive because it looks like the Saints are trying to disguise their coverage, but it didn't fool number 5.
Yeah, absolutely. We talked in the previous clip about how I think the game has really slowed down for Jameis. This is a perfect example. I mean, this looks like all-out blitz. It really does. I mean, Saints got 8 guys at the line of scrimmage. They got a safety playing middle field really deep. And Jameis is prepared, if it is blitz, to get rid of the ball quickly. If you watch, he shortens his drop here. But then he recognizes that they're actually playing coverage in this situation. It's great disguise, by New Orleans. But again, Jameis is a wily vet. He's seen it all. And if you let it run, I want you to notice his drop first. See how he shortens his drop? He shortens it. He's prepared if it's all-out blitz to throw. I think that's Njoku is the third slot, and I think that is Elijah Moore as the second slot. What Jameis sees, though, the safety didn't kick to the middle. He's kicking off the hash, and the corner is playing trap coverage right there. He makes the adjustment mentally, if you can roll it from here, to understand now the whole throw becomes my throw. He not only sees it, he not only analyzes it, he effectively has the muscle movement tied with what he sees to get the ball out quickly, and he makes an accurate throw. That's just high-level stuff right there by number 5.
Jameis isn't known as a scrambler, Shaun, but anytime he's under pressure, it feels like he does a pretty good job evading the defender, keeping his eyes upfield, and finding an open receiver. And this completion of Jerry Jeudy man, those two are really starting to develop some nice chemistry here, Shaun. I'm not even sure if this was designed to happen like it did or it was just a scramble drill, but if you're a Browns fan, you'll take this result 10 out of 10 times.
Well, watch this. Confidence at quarterback, you know what that does? It begets confidence everywhere else. And you can see Judy starting to be more confident. I want you to keep your eyes on Jameis initially, though, as we roll this tape. This is what you call functional mobility. He's not Lamar Jackson. He's not Jaden Daniels, but he has the athleticism to slide in the pocket and still be able to effectively push the ball down the field. And what I mean by that is his genealogy is such that he has enough quick twitch and enough athleticism. Watch him slide, but he's on balance, still able to get a lot of RPMs in that throw, put it right on Judy for a big conversion there for the Browns. I'm really impressed with Jameis. I was impressed with the Browns' pass protection in this game. I thought they improved. But, man, I just hope Cleveland doesn't blow it. I don't think there's a quarterback that will be on the market that's going to be better than Jameis. And I don't think this year's quarterback class is as good as last year's. Jameis, you can get to the playoffs and win a lot of games with Jameis. They got to get better around him.
Some plays, Shaun, need a little introduction. Other ones, as you said earlier, just let the play talk for itself. Let the tape show you what you need to see. And of all the good things Jameis has put on tape thus far this season, I don't think anything's beating this play.
Yeah, we talk about arm talent. You hear people say that word all the time. This is what that means if we roll it. Like, a lot of guys can see that guys are open. A lot of guys just can't get on the ball. Watch when Jameis sees it. Pause it there. I think that's Elijah Moore, right? Yeah, he's wide open. But look, that corner, okay, he's still a factor. You see the safety's already kicking off the hash. So this is going to be a tight throw for most quarterbacks. So watch what Jameis does. Revs up the RPM. Guess what? Buckets, touchdown. He's got everything you look for. He's got size. He's got experience. He's got the arm talent. He's had major productivity in this league. Now he's getting another opportunity and another chance. Man, I'm telling you, Browns Nation, you got your quarterback. If you don't have everything else you want, you have your quarterback, in my opinion. Excellent job by Jameis here. Showcasing his arm talent. Puts that ball the only place he can put it so Elijah Moore can make an uncontested catch and still get his feet down. If that ball's inside, guess what? That's a collision with the safety. If it's a little short, the corner's going to deflect it. Man, that's really good football by Jameis right there.
Shaun, can you talk about the difficulty of making this throw on the run? Jameis doesn't stop and plant his feet. This is an on-the-run dot from about 35 yards out.
Yeah, absolutely, because, it's reactionary, not anticipatory. Once you get out of the pocket and you're scrambling, now you're just reacting. Like, when you're in the pocket, you can be on rhythm, have all your weight, your momentum going in the direction of the throw. He's scrambling. He's not sure anybody's open. He sees it. Okay, boom. That's arm talent. Outstanding.
Last clip here, Shaun. We haven't mentioned Cedric Tillman yet, but he's been such a big part of the offense the last 3 weeks. We had to get one Cedric Tillman clip in, and this was not just his biggest play of the day, but maybe one of the best routes he's ever run. I want everyone to look at the two defenders covering Cedric Tillman and even take out what they did. It's a drop in the bucket from Jameis. We saw him let it rip to Elijah Moore on the play before, Shaun, and this showing off the touch.
Yeah, man, you can promote your boy. I'm going to promote mine. So if we focus on Tillman here first, if we go ahead and run it, they're playing some kind of combo man coverage. These two Saints defenders are responsible for Tillman and the running back. And so when the running back does what's called a chip block, he chips the defensive end, then goes into his route. So it messes up the levels of the two DBs. Now you see the crossing routes are why they happen most of the time, but they end up picking each other. But great job by Tillman of running this route. But if we can go to the sideline one more time, I want to tell you to pause it right there. That's a cloudy picture for most young quarterbacks. Because from the sideline, it looks like he's open, but put yourself where the quarterback is, and we're going to see the end zone view. That looks sort of cloudy. But for Jameis, everything's slowed down. He's seeing it clearly. He recognizes what happens, sits in, makes a great throw. Great job of keeping his eyes down the middle of the field, too. We rewind it right back to the start. Watch his eye discipline on this play. He's looking at that safety, right? He doesn't want that safety to be able to come over the top and get involved. And it doesn't look like much, but you see at the end of it, that safety still is in the picture. I think that's Honey Badger, right? But because Jameis has good eye discipline at the beginning, that's just enough for him to fit that ball in without Honey Badger being able to make Tillman make a contested catch. So it's just the nuances, the little things, the intricate parts of playing quarterback that a lot of people may not recognize and see. Man, Jameis is playing at a high level. I hope, and I say this because I'm actually evaluating a lot of quarterbacks around the league right now, and he's definitely one of the top 15 guys right now, in my opinion, based on how he's playing.